All right, welcome to the week one recap. As you can see, we're going on YouTube this year, making it bigger and better. Who's the best commish? You know it. All right, so ground rules. Ground rules, there are no ground rules. Come on. Just try to be a little sensitive of others' feelings. Mike got very offended from some things that Goose said a few years ago. It was so bad that Mike actually joined Goose's league. Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, if he could take it, we all could take it. Alrighty? So, without further ado, let's get to the recap. Alright, we're going to start with our rematch of the championship game last year. Alright? Ebony Knights, he's our token brother in the league. He not only took the league in his first year, but he had a rematch against Steve, who... he's like the John Cooper of college football. Of fantasy football, I should say. He just can't seem to get that championship. If you need to know who John Cooper is, Google it. I'm not fucking Wikipedia. But I'll tell you right now, the Ebony Knights whooped that ass. I didn't know if it was the Ebony Knights beating Ohio Steve or if it was Zach Smith whooping his wife's ass. That's right, Ohio State reference. Sorry, Steve. Meyer's a dirty boy. Anyway, it was not much to talk about. It was 153 to 107. Smack, smack, smack. Get the fuck out of here. And we move on to our next game. Next game was a Patriots fan and a Dolphin fan. Okay, well, Chris doesn't really put it out there that he's a Dolphin fan because he named his team Chris's Crazy Team. I didn't know if that was to do with his football team or his life. But either way, it's full of fun things to talk about. So thank you, Chris. And Rob, I mean, get a new name. Really? We know you're a Patriots fan. Come on. Chris's team wasn't actually bad. He was scoring 21 points with Brady, Ajayi, former Super Bowl champion. We know how that worked out. He was a Dolphin. Then he went over to Philly, won the title. They beat the Patriots, yeah. 18 points from Baltimore's defense. I guess he liked my shirt. Remember the back in the day. 19 points from Green. But he put a white, yes, white, because that's what he said in the messages, a white linebacker, and he got 0 points. He should have got a black linebacker, you know? I don't really think race has anything to do with it. You could have put a Puerto Rican linebacker, and it would have given you the same thing as a white linebacker. So, in the end, it was Gurley coming up on big-time Monday night against the Raiders. Yeah, that's my team. And the Raiders, they pretty much handed the ball, the game, everything to Gurley and to the Patriots fan, which is Rob. Rob, you're welcome. Tuck rule, Gurley, fucking Raiders just keep giving you fucking wins. Patriots win 158-141. Interesting fact is these two went ahead against each other, but they didn't even realize what was going on. Patriots, Rob calls me and says, "Hey man, did you know that the second flex position player can be a quarterback?" No shit. I am the commissioner. Chris calls me and is like, "Hey, what's this D underneath defense?" I wanted to be like, it's a dick. But, no, it's a defensive player. And obviously you still didn't understand because your linebacker got 0. Good game for the Pats. Not so much for Chris. All right. Our next matchup was the Poolside Gangsters against Eliason. Is that like a WWE reference? I don't know, but you got to explain it to us, Dave. No one gets it. Dave, you know, he did all right. He had -6 points from his defense because, well, he went to sleep and his defense drafted LA. So he thought, yes, the Rams. No, you got the Chargers. -6 points. Unfortunately, I did not go to sleep. The Poolside Gangsters had Mahomes. His dad was the pitcher for the Minnesota Twins. Hill, Tyreek, superstar, punt return, receiving, rushing, 44 points. 74 points from those two players alone. Highest score, 167, 133. And Dave had Aaron Rodgers. Now, I got to admit, I was a little worried, and I was talking some serious shit when all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers goes down. Yeah, I'm like loving it. And then the motherfucker comes back. How did he come back? Well, Master Cho, Ichi, Miyagi, motherfucker showed up.
You think I had a chance of winning?
Win, lose, no matter.
No, that's not what I mean.
I had good chance.
Well, can you fix my leg? I mean, with that thing you do?
No need fight anymore. You prove a point.
At what point? That I can take a beating? I mean, every time I see those guys, they're gonna know they got the best of me.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was not enough, as the playing of my theme song rang through the stadium and the victory was complete.
Oh shit, man. Damn peachy black gangsters are at it again. I wonder who they fucked up today, man. You motherfucker!
Got him.
Ha ha! Yes, Dave is 0-1. Sorry about that. Thanks for lunch in a couple weeks. I appreciate it. We'll do it this Friday, but I'll be in Ohio. Commission's got things to do. Now, we have an interesting concept. We have father versus son. Miyagi versus little Miyagi. Brandon shows up in the league. Yep. 18 years old, FIT, college student, playing football. And he shows his dad that he actually knows a little bit more about fantasy football than his old man does. Now, if you remember correctly, Brian, Master Cho, Ichi, they call me Bruce. He has more nicknames than Ric Flair, or Apollo Creed for that matter. He actually had Brandon as his general manager. Last year, things got so rough that he actually fired Brandon. And then Brandon did what any good general manager would do. He went and bought his own franchise. And now here he is, whooping his dad's ass. Cho loses by 4 points. 4 points. Big Ben turning the ball over. Man, it was like left and right. That's what made it close, you know. So we'll see what happens. But Master Cho, Miyagi looks like the young gun. Just whooping that ass. So well, we have one more game. One more game. Oh, I need to get something for that game. It's the Gypsy Circus versus TGL. Anybody that knows those two are Florida State fans. I don't know about you, but New Orleans defense really tried to give it a game away. -7 points. Thank God Kamari had 41, Connor had 34, Breeze had 31. But the key was... Hold on, I gotta get something. Oh, the turnover backpack. Thank you. It's a great idea. Wish my team thought of that. Anyway, the difference was turnovers. Monday night. How do you lose by half a point? Matthew Stafford turns the ball over 1, 2, 3, 4 times. 4 times. And because of that, they got their ass beat by half a point. Damn, that sucks. All right, so remember, if you need a sponsor, I would go with Nike now. Let's go with... And if your school has a coach that beats his wife, or a school that have a turnover backpack, just remember, when it comes to the recap.
Hold up, before we get started, I want everybody to know my name is...
Just played a record.
Hey, yo, Shamik, drop it right about here.
Nothing can save you. Brian knows this song. He still plays it. I found it. I think it's an analog though. Get your teams running the right way. Get better turnover copies than the backpack or the crown or the throne or whatever the fuck you guys do. And remember, it's all about the